Early in the morning.
What's good, the people? Them is your boy Cam Topical Juice, and we're back with another video for y'all, and the first ever video about Andrew Tate. Now forgive me guys, I'm crazy tired as usual. I got massive designer bags under my eyes. Yeah man, I just got to work, boy. Money after Met, you feel me? As I said, this is the first video I've ever done on Andrew Tate, and a lot of people have been messaging me over the months asking me my opinion about this guy. Now, first things first, yeah, let me keep it trilly with y'all. I ain't watched any of his content really. He has been shoved down my throat from every corner of the internet. Every day I see something about Andrew Tate, but I don't really click on it because I don't really care to follow this guy. You know, I'm such a busy man. Yeah, I don't really have time to be kind of like following what these individuals are on. However, I've seen clips of my man. I've seen clips of him. I've seen some footage of him. I've seen people react to some of the things he says. I've seen articles on him. So I can't purely avoid him. And I've got some opinions on him. So yeah guys, let's get into this video, man. Like the video for me, hit the bell to be notified for me. Please press that subscribe button for your boy. Yeah, it's road to 50k. I'm really trying to get there by the end of the year. And yeah man, support your boys' merchandise in the description below. So let me give you my opinion on Andrew Tate first. I think Andrew Tate is a very clever individual. I don't think he's crazy profound, crazy articulate, or crazy kind of knowledgeable, but the way he simplifies his points, sometimes it can be difficult to argue them, unless you're me. Yeah, I can debunk Andrew Tate very quickly, but your average guy or girl, whatever, they'll find it quite difficult to challenge back to him because he says things in such a kind of matter-of-fact, blunt way, and he articulates his points in such a way that it's difficult to counter them, even if they're kind of sounding a bit ignorant or sounding a bit mad. However, I truly believe he is just a boss level red pill don. And I know a lot of people who I've been friends with over the years who really look up to these red pill guys. They subscribe to them on YouTube. He subscribed to them on Instagram. Like I went on Andrew Tate's Instagram before it got deactivated, and I saw who followed him, and it was quite interesting. But in addition, I believe he's extremely misogynistic, and I believe he is dangerous to young men. And the fact that he could rise to such prominence off the back of not really having his own social media platforms that much and other people pushing him is a very bad sign and says a lot about the society we are in today. Guys, Andrew Tate is trash. The guy can come up with a few good motivational speeches about waking up early and this and that and going gym and blah, blah, blah. But outside of that, he is a groomer and he is just genuinely trash. Now, I know men will be in my comment section saying, you know what, you haven't really watched him that much, that's why you probably shouldn't really talk about him, and actually he's got so many good points. Watch, guys, watch, come back. If you watch this video early, come back to this video in a few hours. You'll see a few different comments, maybe at the bottom. That's where the algorithm usually sends all the shit clown comments. All the clown comments will be at the bottom, and they'll be like, oh, no, Andrew Tate actually makes some really good points, and actually, bro, I don't give a fuck. A broken clock is right twice in a day. I don't care if the man comes up with some good points and some good motivation. The misogyny and the sexism laced in his points are so weird. Like the man literally belittles and cusses out women just to prop up men. You know, these red pill dons, it's so weird to me how they're so kind of like, they talk about how to get women, and it's all about women love money and power and this and that and blah, blah. It's like they think all women are the same. But listen, there is a place in society for some people like this, but for them to get so popular is a damning sign at where society is today. And for men to really die on this Andrew Tate hill, that he's a rider for men and this, that and the other, is actually very sad. And I'll be looking at people that I know with side eye if you're willing to die on that Andrew Tate hill and defend him. I found an interesting post on Instagram about 2 weeks ago, and it was about Andrew Tate and some of the dangerous messages he's been sending. Some of you might have seen it, but if you haven't, I'm going to share it on the screen right now. As you can see, it says Andrew Tate is a influencer and former kickboxer whose violently misogynistic, homophobic videos have propelled him to global fame among young men and boys. He said that women are men's property and that victims should bear some responsibility for their attacks. Last month, he was Googled more than Donald Trump and Kim Kardashian combined. Before we even move on, once again, straight away, that is a 40-year-old mentality. That if you have been AR'd, you are responsible for that. That is absolutely barbaric. It doesn't matter if a girl is walking home at 3 a.m. with her tits out. She doesn't deserve to get hard. Yes, it's not street smart to do that. Yes, I'll be looking at you like, well, you're very silly for going down there at 3 a.m. because I wouldn't go down there at 3 a.m. through fear of robbery and this, that and the other. But it's never the victim's fault. I don't deserve to get robbed by walking down there at 3 a.m. I don't deserve to get hard if I'm going down there at 3 a.m. It's very silly, dangerous mentality to have that you're victim blaming. And once again, it pushes us back decades. Because as soon as a man who gets accused by a woman for doing this, this and this, straight away all these men who have been influenced by Andrew say, oh no, she's lying because it's probably her fault anyway, and oh yeah, she just wants money and clout and Honestly, people like this are just, poor, really poor. In this widely circulated video, Tate, who is 35, explains that he prefers to date 18-year-olds because they have been through less dick than women in their 20s. He also says that it's easier to make an imprint on young girls. This is also known as grooming. I'm not going to play the video because they've quoted what he said. This is a fact. He said these words. He said he would prefer a woman in her teens, basically, over a woman who's about 26, 27, because the ones who's 26, 27, they've already been fucked out. They've already been in the club. At least these young ones, you can leave an impression on them. You can leave an imprint on them. You are foul. Do you understand? This is sick, absolutely sick. I don't care if the man makes a few good points about gym and motivation. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, go argue with a mirror. Because it's actually pathetic how many men really are inspired by this guy. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I know a lot of men are gonna be pissed off. Argue with a mirror. There is no justifying this. Bro, this next one, yeah, I don't even know if he's being serious on this one. I feel like he's kind of being a prank on this one, or I don't get it. But this one, it says, much of his content is laughably ridiculous, and I literally am laughing as I watch it. In this video, he says he knows CPR, but he wouldn't perform it on a man because he ain't gay. What? Like, as in, that's actually laughable, bro. Like, as in, I don't even think he's serious on that one. He can't be serious. That's got to be a joke, bro. That has to be a joke, because no one's that stupid. Like, this guy's allegedly a billionaire and all this, that and the other, but when really I don't believe that for a second anyway. Have we not learned anything from Dan Bilzerian and that? It's very easy to look rich. Have we not learned anything from the Tinder swindler? It's very easy to look rich. Yeah, I mean, Dan Bilzerian kind of semi was rich, but he's broke now. But he was rich. But where it came from was lies, you understand? So Andrew Tate to me just seems like one of them, another fucking fake alpha wannabe playboy who's, yeah, he's got some money here and there, way more money than I've got, but who knows where it actually came from. This is where we start getting more sinister, and I will get into my opinion on him getting banned in a minute, but this is where we get more sinister. Underneath the absurdity of Andrew Tate are the darker, more insidious consequences of the influence he has on young boys. It says here, Andrew Tate is not just another edgy misogynist on the internet. He's also one in real life. He's been under investigation for sex trafficking and charges in Romania, where he lives. In one video, he explained that 40% of his reason for moving to Romania was because Romanian police were less likely to pursue sexual allegations than police in the US. What? I don't know what to say. Now, these are the men that people that I know are ready to support. You know what I'm saying? I've still got friends that will die on the hill that they will still listen to R. Kelly. The guy was literally inside his own goddaughter, bro. Yeah, before she was 18. The guy pees on teenagers. There is no separation from the man and the art. Now, my friends in the group chat are gonna laugh about this because I got one particular friend that still, likes my man. But boy, you know me, I'm the realist. I got no qualms in looking at my friend dead in the eye and say, bro, you're out of pocket, man. You're out of pocket, bro. And the point is, these men are actually of the same ilk. You understand? Grooming women, leaving your imprint on young, impressionable women. Now, this last one, I'm just gonna play out loud.
Do you think that women are property? So I think my sister is her husband's property. I'm not saying anything new. I'm not saying anything which is really, truly even controversial. The whole world agreed that the woman belongs to the man when she decides to give herself.
The interviewer goes, do you believe a woman is a man's property? And he goes, listen, I believe my sister is the property of her husband after she got married to him. He says, I'm not saying anything new. I'm not really saying anything kind of controversial, because the whole world agreed that was the thing. See, this is why I like people like Andrew Tate, because a lot of people will hear that point and be like, rah, he's right, you know. The world did believe that. You know, when women got married, they did have to do these things. But someone like me, yeah, intellectual, articulate, yeah, academic. I have fun with people like Andrew Tate, debunking things like that. So bro, Andrew Tate, what about slavery? For hundreds and hundreds of years, slavery was accepted, supported, encouraged, and actually helped build nations. So slavery was once an accepted idea. Should that be the case today? Should that be the case today? Black men used to get killed. Gay men used to get killed. So because the world had that view once upon a time, does that mean we should stick to it today as well? Like, what are you talking about? We're talking about 100-year, 200, 300-year-old mentality he's digging up here. But people are like, yeah, that is a good point actually, because, hey, once upon a time, man, no. What do you mean a woman's a man's property after they get married? Okay, so don't get me wrong. I would never be a woman's property, but two people get married, so why couldn't a man be a woman's property after they get married? There you go, how about flipping the script? Now don't get me wrong, I don't believe either's right. I believe in straight equality. Yeah, I believe, you know, if I'm paying for something, I'll pay a lot this time, and then maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, you pay a lot that time. Or if I could pay for the cinema tickets, you get the drinks and food and shit. I love equality, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. But why wouldn't a man be a woman's property if they get married? I mean, what's the difference? If a woman could be a man's property, a man could be a woman's property. Am I? 1 + 1 = 2 now. So I'm just doing simple maths. I'm not even gonna talk on this one. I'm just gonna play it again.
Slap, slap, grab, choke, shut up, bitch, sex. Slap, slap, grab.
I mean, I don't know what he's talking about here, but it just sounds misogynistic. Yeah, if we're talking in the bedroom, a lot of girls like a little slap. 99% of girls like getting choked, even though they think that they're the only freaky ones that like getting choked. So 99% of girls like getting choked. So maybe he's just talking in the bedroom. So slap, slap, choke, shut up, bitch. That's acceptable in the bedroom if you're into that kind of whatever, into that type of shit. Oh, actually, I've just read the caption. See, I was giving him too much credit. Here he explains to his audience, comprised largely of boys as young as 13, how to handle a girl. So yeah, I was giving him too much credit. You know, he's just talking about how to handle a girl. But the thing is, women don't want to be handled like that. Now, don't get me wrong, of course, sorry, I'll take that back. A lot of women in the right setting want to be handled like that. But if we're talking about on a day-to-day interaction, how you treat women, you should treat women with respect, you should treat a man with respect, you should treat women with empathy, you should treat a man with empathy. You know what I'm saying? You should treat a woman with kindness and equality. So you don't really want to be teaching kids, as I say, as young as 13, or as this caption says, as young as 13, to be treating women like that. So ultimately, this post wanted to hold social media posts accountable. Now that leads us on to the kind of trigger for today's video, which is him being banned from social media. He's now been banned from Instagram, Facebook, and I believe he got banned from Twitter. Do I think the man should have been banned from social media? I don't think so, because in this world, I don't blame people for trying, if that makes sense. Like, I don't blame the government for taking the absolute piss and treating us humans like absolute shit. I don't blame them. Do you know why? Because they know they can get away with it. Do you know who I blame? Us. Us. If the world knew how powerful we are as a collective, all our problems go away. All the government problems that they created for us, they go away. But we, as a human, we as a society, we let it happen. So do I blame Andrew Tate for trying and speaking all this bullshit and being controversial and growing these platforms, whatever, or kind of getting his name and fame out there? I don't. Yeah, I don't blame him. I blame us for taking it in. I blame us for spreading it. I blame us for talking about it. Do you know what? Do you know what we should have done? We should have done what I did and do no videos on this guy for months and months and months and just wait until he dies out. But unfortunately, everyone's been talking about him. I'd be silly not to talk about him now. If I want to grow my YouTube channel, it makes sense to talk about him and give my opinion on him. At least if my audience can see this video, I might have some people in my audience that like Andrew Tate. So if I can actually influence a couple young brothers and sisters or whatever to not watch my man, then I've succeeded in my job. As I said, a clock is right twice in a day. Of course, it's gonna make a couple good points here and there, but he ain't a good guy. Now, I found an article that actually filled in some blanks for me. I didn't know some more of Andrew Tate's kind of dark history. And it says here, controversial online influencer and self-described misogynist Andrew Tate has been banned from Meta platforms Instagram and Facebook. The former kickboxer and reality star was removed for violating policies on dangerous organizations and individuals, the company confirmed by email. Tate first rose to prominence after appearing on the TV show Big Brother in 2016 when he was removed from the series after a video of him beating a woman outside the show surfaced. Tate has grown a following for his advice videos to men, many of them veering into sexist territory. On one YouTube video, Tate described himself as an absolute misogynist. He said, "I'm a realist, and when you're a realist, you're sexist. There's no way you can be rooted in reality and not be a sexist." Bro, I'm speechless, bro. I'm genuinely speechless. The mind boggles, bro, because I can't believe people actually buy into this. Genuinely, I can't believe people buy into this, and this is why I don't think we should ban him on social media, because clearly his following and support is that strong. If people like him that much, you banning him from a social media platform ain't gonna do niche, fam. Yeah, they'll still push him. He'll still find another platform to work off, and his content will still get pushed. Bearing in mind, guys, he didn't even have his own TikTok for ages. The reason he was going so viral is because the world was pushing him out. So all he's got to do is find a little platform to post a video, and the world will do what the world does and push it. Like, this whole banning people from social media doesn't really do shit. I feel like, I get it, and I do think he's a dangerous individual. I believe that there's women who have probably been odd. I believe there's women who have probably been emmed off the back of men listening to people like this. I truly believe that. If there was a way to actually find out tangible evidence of the men that the people like him have influenced to do dangerous things to women, I reckon they'll go to jail. I reckon these men have had such negative influence on men and young men, on attacks on women and things like that, that these would actually go jail for like manslaughter. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, do you hear what I'm saying to you? That's the impact that men like this have on society. Now, don't get me wrong, I know men, close friends of mine, that actually listen to people like this, and these men would never lay a hand on a woman. You understand? So I'm not saying all men that listen to people like this will do things like this. You know, a lot of men just take them for kind of little nuggets that they spread, which is fair enough, yeah. But for me, I can't separate a man from the art. I don't care if a man's got a few little nuggets. He's also capable of saying he likes to groom little girls, bro. So that's my thoughts on the whole thing. It's absolutely insane that this man has been forced down my throat. I've been trying to avoid him at all costs, but yeah, he's just there. But now he's been banned from social media platforms. Maybe I won't see him as much. You feel me? So anyway, what the hell do I know, man? I'm just Durkee, yo. That Durkee, yo. That's Durkee, yo. Like and subscribe. Peace.